Okay, so this is probably going to be a long one, but I just wanted to hop on and give a review of Lucy nicotine products. I just want to preface this by saying that I have never smoked cigarettes, so I didn't purchase these as kind of a stop smoking aid. Actually, the motivation for this was so I'm not diagnosed with ADHD. I haven't talked to anyone to get diagnosed. However, as I've gotten further and further in my academic career, I am looking back at some things and I've been watching some videos, and I'm not sure. I may have ADHD. If not, I definitely have some trouble focusing. And it's been a problem for most of my life, but it's really becoming more of a problem now that I'm getting further into my PhD. And so I started looking towards things that aren't like, that aren't like medications, not like, that aren't, I mean, I guess you could call this a medication, but, not like doctor prescribed medications, to try to kind of control some of that and help me to focus. And I came across some literature talking about how there's, been studies showing that nicotine can help with focus and memory. And, my sister thinks I'm crazy, but I mean, you know what? It's legal, and so I didn't see a problem with trying it. So that's that. I may make another video, like, kind of talking about the whole experience with that. But I will just say it does seem to help. So that's kind of what got me interested in this. I will say one thing I've noticed, me and my roommate both, like, this is a lot of stuff, kind of expensive to get this much that I'm about to show you, but we kind of went in on it together, and we've had different reactions to it. So I wanted to talk about kind of some of the stuff we've noticed taking it. And so, yeah, let me just get into it. One thing I will say, if you've never smoked, never dipped, never used nicotine products or anything like that, I would highly recommend trying start out with the lowest dosage. And I would recommend, if you're not vegan, you might go to your Walmart or Sam's Club and try just some nicotine gum. Because it's cheaper, and you can get like 1 milligram, 2 milligram, 4 milligram. You can get, there's lots of different choices of milligrams to kind of try it out and just see how you may react to it, how you may respond to it. But if you're a vegan, you'll probably want to stay away from this because it does have gelatin in it, so this is not technically vegan. But Lucy products are, so just FYI if you're plant-based or vegan on that. But we started with this. My roommate bought some of these and we tried it, and he's, like I said, we responded a little bit differently to it. So for me, I tried the 2 milligram and I was like, holy cow, I can feel it, I felt it immediate, like within a couple of minutes. I could feel it like hit me. And if you don't like kind of like a nervous, jittery feeling, you may not like it, but I kind of liked that feeling. Like, that was what I was looking for, because how I've been doing this, and like I said, I'll probably make another video showing how I use it, but basically I've been having trouble, like, when it gets in the afternoon, like, everybody has that dip at like 2 or 3 o'clock, and so I wanted like, nothing was helping to kind of get me over that dip. And so what I like about this is I can take it and I feel it. Coffee wasn't cutting it for me, but this, I'm like, all right. And as long as you're like ready to be focused on something, even though at least for me, even though like I feel kind of like maybe a little bit of increased heart rate, a little bit of jitteriness, I'm still able to focus though somehow. And actually, I think a 1 milligram may actually be my right dose, to be honest, because 2 milligram was just, it's good, but it may be a little bit too intense for me. So yeah, but however, my roommate, I don't know if it makes a difference, he's a guy, And, you know, he weighs a little bit more than me. So he takes this and he's like, I don't really feel anything. He was just like, this isn't working for me. However, he feels coffee. Like, I don't really feel coffee, like, super noticeably, but he gets jittery and stuff over coffee. So I don't know if that's something weird, like people that have receptors for caffeine, maybe receptors for nicotine are different. I don't know. I just want to point that out. So 2 milligram, not enough for him. 2 milligram, definitely enough for me, bordering on too much. So just want to point that out. You might try this cheaper version first before you jump into Lucy. But if you're vegan, you probably might want to stick to this. So anyway, I like to talk about how things are packaged in terms of sustainability. Not the most sustainable. It comes in one of these, which I think it can be recycled in plastic film. But yeah, it does come in like a plastic bubble bag. And then some of the products come in these boxes, these cardboard boxes, which can be recycled, but it looks like it's got plastic tape on it. These little slim pouches, which I'll talk about all these, you know, later, but the slim pouches come wrapped in plastic, and I'll talk about how to order them. Like 6 is like the minimum you can start out ordering with these. So you'll get it come wrapped in this plastic that's not recyclable. So the slim pouches, the flavor capsules are the same way. The lozenges look like this, and they come packaged like this in a plastic bottle. And then the Park Chew and Park gum comes in a box packaged like this. So this is probably, but you know, it comes with the plastic. So you're not gonna find this zero waste, basically. If there is a zero waste nicotine product out there, let me know, but just wanted to point that out if anyone's interested. Anyway, so where to start? Okay, I will say these are, they have one of the products, and I'll hop on the screen here in a minute. I know one of the products comes in a 2 milligram, but most of the products, like the lowest dosage they have is a 4 milligram. And so I was already like, this is probably going to be too much for me. But in my mind, I was thinking, I'm like, well, if I'm using the 2 milligram gum regularly, you know, am I going to get accustomed to that? So maybe I would eventually need a 4 milligram. And then, you know, like I said, my roommate's already ready for the 4 milligram. So we got 4 milligrams, and then we actually tried one of them. One of them, I think the lowest they had for these pouches may have been the 8 milligram. I'll look it up in a minute, but be cautious of like what milligram you're ordering, and just take note that they all may affect you a little bit differently. So I will say so far the gum is good. I mean, it comes packaged just like a regular, you know, gum in like these little packs like this, and tastes pretty much like a regular gum. However, even with the 2 milligram gum, my roommate did notice this. The only thing he noticed is you get like this tingling sensation in your mouth. And you will probably get that. And with this, the way the gum says, like, it's called Chew and Park, and I didn't know why it was called that, but the instructions basically say, like, put it in your mouth, chew it about 10 times, 6 to 10 times, or yeah, chew about 10 times, then park it between your gums and your cheek. Because from how I understand it, like the nicotine gets absorbed through your mouth, through your cheek. And then it's like you kind of sit there for a while, and then if you want a little bit more, chew it a little bit more. This has hit me different at different times. I've tried this, I think, 2 or 3 times, and I don't know if it hits me different depending on like if I have an empty stomach. I haven't like figured all that out yet. But one time I had it and it was fine. I got that big kick from it, but it wasn't overwhelming. And 2 other times I did it, it was a little bit too much. Like, but it's so great. Like, the times that it's been too much, actually, I don't think it's been too much with the gum. But it did get, for like a couple of minutes, I was a little bit uneasy. Like I felt like, whoa, I overdid it this a little bit too much, but it went away pretty quickly. However, with, I think it was this. Yeah, I definitely did not do the 8 milligram. With this flavor capsule, it hit me way too hard, especially one time. Like I had to lay down with a fan on me because it just hit me hard and I wasn't feeling too well. You know how some people will dip and, you know, it makes them feel kind of sick at their stomach. That was how I felt. I felt like a little bit nauseous, a little bit shaky, hot. You know, it was too much. And so even with this, what I'll do, I guess sorry, this is not going to be a very cohesive video, but okay. So this is how they come. So this is 15 pouches, and what the flavor capsules are is it's just like a little pouch, and it has like the nicotine and the flavoring in it, and you will put it in your mouth. I forget what the instructions are like for this. I think you just like, one of them, I'll have to look up the instructions, but basically like you kind of put it in between your teeth and then let it sit in your mouth. And even that time that I overdid it, like I knew that this was going to be too much, and I like put it in my mouth, and then I took it out for a little bit, and then I put it back in, and then I would take it out for a little bit. So I kind of like not let it sit in my mouth because I knew it'd be too much. But the last time I put it in, it must have been too much. So what I do when I do that is I put it in my mouth, and then I take it out, and it has this little like part on top that you can take off, and you can put the used ones in here. So I just set it in there. Then, you know, put it back in, take it out. And like I said, the last time I did it, it was a little bit too much. So yeah, I definitely am more of a fan of the gum than these, but if you have a higher tolerance, I mean, you might like this. My roommate likes these. And he's even done the 8 milligram, and he said he could definitely feel the 8 milligram. So, yeah, but I will say that time that it hit me too hard, right before it hit me, like literally like 30 seconds before, I was sitting in my chair, and then I sat back, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so amazing right now. Like right before I got kind of like the bad feelings set in, I had like this super amazing feeling. Like, I don't know if like all the nicotine receptors just like got full flooded all at once. I don't know. You know, I don't really know how nicotine works. Probably should have looked into it before this, but whatever. It felt amazing for like 20 seconds or so. And then it moved into feeling a little bit sick, feeling a little bit, you know, whatever, too much. So I think it's about finding that right balance, maybe. So yeah, so that's my experience with that. Haven't tried these. The slim pouches, I think, are very similar in how they look, at least. To be honest, I don't really know the difference. Okay, I don't think it's that hard to open. Okay, so maybe you won't see these because I apparently cannot get this open. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe these are just a little bit bigger. I don't know. Anyway, they look and seem pretty similar to me to the flavor capsule, so I'm not really sure what the difference is, but yeah, there you go. That's what these look like. Let's see. Now for the lozenges. I would actually say the best, I mean, I don't know. I could talk about the flavors. I haven't tried any of the flavors of these. I've tried a couple of the flavors of the gum. I think they're all going to be okay. I don't know. Just depends. Like, my roommate liked the mango ones. We like the spearmint just because it's a nice minty flavor, like gum. I have tried this lozenge. And I actually like the lozenge, but I was scared because these things are small. So after taking like that other thing, I was like, oh no, like this, I'm a little worried this may hit me too hard. So I think I've done this once or twice. And whenever I did it, I would like have it in my mouth for a short time, take it out. Have it in my mouth, take it out, just so I didn't like overdo it. And it says like, do not chew it, do not swallow it, you know, just use it as a lozenge. So that's what I've done. And I don't remember, I think this feeling was pretty calm actually. It may have actually even been better than the gum, to be honest. So yeah, I don't think I had a bad reaction to this at all. So there's that. So that's just kind of like in a nutshell, kind of a long nutshell, but my experience with using these. Yeah, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of these. Sorry. Gum is good. Lozenges are fine. So yeah, so let me show you some things on the website and kind of talk about the prices and things like that real quick. Okay, so here is the Lucy.com website, and here, this is just kind of the shop section, and then it'll say choose your product. And so those were the capsule pouches that I showed you, the gum, the slim pouches, the lozenges. So we got one of everything, we tried it. And so let's see here, it tells like kind of like every one of these, if you go into them, it'll show you how to, it'll describe how to use them and everything. But so here is where you pick your strength. So like I said, 4 is the lowest they have on some of these. And then you can pick your flavor, or you can do a variety. And that's what we did. We did the variety. And I just want to note, yeah, like no matter what you pick, they're sending you 6 cans. Like your lower limit is 6 of them. So they're packaged, you can get 6, 12, you know, whatever. So that's why we did kind of the variety. So we got 2 of each flavor. And then it's a little bit cheaper if you do the monthly subscription, but I don't like subscriptions, so I just wanted to try it, just give it a try, one-time order, you know, whatever. So that was what we got. We got the 6 cans. I think those were the 4 milligrams. Maybe what are they? Let me see. These flavor capsules. Yeah, flavor capsules, we did the 4 milligram. And then, so for the Chew and Park, same thing. See, this was the one we could have gotten a 2 milligram in the gum. So, like I said, if you're not sure how you're going to react to it, I would definitely suggest starting with the 2 milligram. But we went ahead and did the 4 milligram for my roommate. And I think it'll be okay for me. I think with the gum, I'm just going to have to do one of those things where I chew it for a little bit and then take it out of my mouth, like not hold it in my teeth. But yeah, so here your option is 9 packs. So again, we did the variety because we didn't want to commit to 9 whole packs of something. And then yeah, it goes into the details down here about it. And if you go down even more, it tells you with all of these. If you just scroll like way down to the bottom, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's got a frequently asked questions for each of these. And yeah, somewhere it has on here like how to use it. But anyway, so yeah, that's how you order the gum. And I feel like one of these had, oh yeah, so this one, it has up to 12 milligrams. And I was just like, well, no, like 12 would be just like way too much. So we went with the middle. We went with the 8 milligram for this to give it a try. I don't know. You gotta be like, to me, I feel like you have to be a smoker, like, to do the 12 milligram. But, you know, like I said, every person's probably different. But, yeah, again, it comes with 6 is your minimum. And you can do the variety or pick one of these flavors. And then the lozenges. Yeah, same thing. Your minimum is 3. but you can pick all of one flavor. So we just did a variety of all of them. And yeah, these only come in 4 milligrams. So just keep that in mind. There's different strengths for different ones. And yeah, just make sure you're picking the right strength whenever you do it. What else? Yeah, they have a lot in their frequently asked questions. I think that was where I found out that they were vegan. But they are, I read through all this before I ordered it. Like, I read the whole website, but I can't remember everything. But yeah, I do know that they're vegan. They don't have, the gum doesn't have gelatin or anything. I would look, I don't have a discount code, but I would look around and see, like, lots of, it looks like they're really promoting through like podcasts and things like that. So we had a discount code for 15% off. You might try it. It was, I think it was Tim, T-I-M. So you might give that one a try or see if you can find another discount code. So yeah, it saved us like 30 bucks. So definitely recommend finding a discount code. There was, it's not popping up for me, but whenever I first went to order, they had an option for like a cheap, like $5 trial, where I think they would just send you 3 packs of the gum, but you had to sign up for a subscription, and I hate subscriptions. So like it was $5 to try it, but then you were signed up for the subscription, and then they would send you like the 9 packs, I think, after 21 days or something like that. I don't know, but that's an option if you are okay with that and want to do that. But I just hate getting locked into subscriptions, and we wanted to try all the different things, so you know, we decided to just take the leap and try it all. But I don't know, this is a good review, but that was kind of my experience with using it. That's what they look like, that's how they come. Yeah, so I guess if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to keep an eye out and answer them. But other than that, that's my review of the Lucy nicotine products.